Hi, welcome to Prosper Show 2024. This is Burak Yoga. I'm the founder of Forceget International Logistics and Supply Chain. Today's video, I will be explaining you the hot topics of Prosper Show 2024, as well as I will be making very brief interviews with our best partners for Q&As. In this video, Prosper Show 2024, I want to mention that what kind of important topics there will be discussed. One of the most important topic is the new marketplaces, such as Walmart.com, Shein, Temu, Alibaba, 1688. And the AI. And most of the marketplaces are in a very big competition. And one of the most important thing, in my opinion, is the success of each marketplace is the supply chain. How the supply chain affecting? Especially 2024, Amazon.com announced new low inventory fees, which will start applying for the sellers to distribute their products in different fulfillment centers between AWD and the 3PLs. One of the most crucial decision and the strategy for 2024 will be for sellers to start working with the right 3PL partners according to their needs. If you want to expand to Amazon Canada, UK, Europe, or if you want to expand to Walmart.com, any other marketplace, the first thing you need to do is to understand multi-channel sales, fulfillment, returns, and reimbursement. Let's get started. I'll be giving you some more updates with our best partners in this event, and hopefully you will be enjoying and see you in the next Prosper Show, hopefully. Okay, so we are in the expo hall. First thing you need to have is to have the badge. If you have the badge, you have the access to expo hall. And one of the most important things is actually we heard in this event that the registration was up 50%. One of the reasons, in my opinion, is a lot of marketplaces such as TikTok, Walmart, Shein is first time exhibiting in this event. And today's video, I will be also going through the exhibition hall, which we will be talking and interviewing our partners and getting the latest updates. Let's get tuned. Vanessa from Carbon 6, how are you doing?
Good, and you?
Great. How was Prosper 2024?
Amazing. I think it was incredible show, great content, amazing floor, great attendance.
Yes.
So we're pretty happy.
A lot of big brands, a lot of 1P sellers, a lot of 3P sellers, and there are new marketplaces. Shein for the first time, TikTok shop is the first time.
Yeah.
Walmart has a bigger booth, and interesting that I don't see really too many people from Amazon.com. Did you see that?
There are a few like Amazon Freight and the programs that are related to fulfillment.
Yes.
I think that's probably one of the biggest things that is changing this year. That's
Yes.
why they are here.
All right. So all of you know, I'm sure Vanessa, she always talks about, she's an expert about the inventory, the fees. They put a great white paper with Chelsea from Stock together. And I want to ask a little bit about how it's going to affect, is there a way to get around these fees, and what will be the way to avoid those fees maybe?
Well, I wouldn't say that there's a way to get around the fees because they are there, they're in place, and you are probably already being charged. We are now March 6th, so the latest one, the inbound placement, already rolled out like 6 days ago.
Yes.
So that's happening, and there is no workaround. Like you still need to manage it, and you still need to pay for it. But there are certain things, and if you think about all of the new fees and all of the structures, there are things that could be done because they're related to how well you manage inventory.
Right.
So I think inventory management will be a bigger focus on 2024. So you really need to know your numbers. You really need to know how to forecast on Amazon.
Your landing cost.
All of it. Yeah, unit economics is a huge thing.
Because 2021, 2022, everybody's like, I'm 8-figure seller, I'm 9-figure seller. We invested $1 billion. Unfortunately, Thrasio went down. They filed a Section 11 bankruptcy. They had $400 million exceed inventory, which is crazy. That's one of the reasons why maybe they went bankruptcy, because we all knew that demand was going to come down. Inflation is very high. Unfortunately, households don't have enough buying power.
Yeah.
So, do you feel like sellers on Amazon FBA, what is their solution? Do you think they should be expanding, looking for other marketplaces, start selling in Canada, UK, Europe, let's say, to increase their revenues and profitability, or start exploring, Walmart, other marketplaces, or try to strengthen their position in where they are?
Yeah. Well, I think you're going to see the market will crash a little bit because the fees will impact a lot of sellers.
Right.
So I see how knowing what to do, how to forecast, how to do proper inventory management will give a huge advantage to the people that stay on Amazon.
Absolutely.
And as a bigger play, I don't know and I don't know your brand, I don't know what you do, but expanding to other channels or even expanding to other marketplace require a level of execution that is above the 90% of the sellers, I will say.
Right.
It's a level of complexity that most people are not prepared for. So if they go to those channels looking for an exit
Right.
from the pain that FBA on the US has right now, they will probably fail.
Right.
So
They might
making
have
sure they
bigger
have
problem because it's going to require more cash.
Correct.
Cash is expensive today, and then if you can't manage your inventory well in one place, you don't figure out. It's harder to go to other marketplaces.
yeah, totally.
All right, perfect. Vanessa, thank you so much.
Thank you for
I
inviting
love
me.
always chatting with you.
Yes.
Hi, this is Brock again. I'm here today with Tom Meek from Taxually. How you doing, mate?
All good, thank you. Yeah, day two of Prosper. Can't complain. A little bit more tired than I was yesterday, but we're moving.
All right, perfect. So tell me a little bit about what you do in Taxually, how Taxually works with Amazon sellers.
Yeah, for sure. So Taxually's been around for about 5 years now. We help tens of thousands of Amazon sellers with their global tax compliance. Not the hottest of topics always, but very important for brands when expanding.
And how do you feel about the challenge this year? A lot of companies are expanding global. If you're selling in Amazon US, you want to go to Canada, Europe, UK, even Japan, Australia, wherever the marketplace is maybe less competitive,
Yep.
lower PPC. A lot of people are complaining about the FBA fees, especially low inventory fees.
Yep.
So how do you feel about this? How does it affect your business? There are more inquiries, more business, more competition. How do you feel?
Yeah, for sure. I think the biggest thing to bear in mind is that tax is one of the first things that people need to think about before expanding. So getting everything sorted in the earlier stages of the business is so important. And then, that will allow you to then get goods in and optimize your supply chain with the likes of Forceget. So,
Right. And then how does it affect, what's the connection, your business with supply chain, logistics, compliances are very important.
yeah.
You could import a product, maybe a month later, they're asking the product back, or CBP. Tell us a little bit about this.
Yeah, for sure. So you mean like on a VAT registration level?
Yes, absolutely.
So ultimately, what brands need to do is, as they hold physical stock in any country, they're going to need to be tax registered. So if you want to adopt that FBA model or whatever model you're looking to do from a 3P side, it's really important to get tax registered from day one. With regards to then like the ongoing filing, which is where Taxually come in, is we don't just register you, but we also help you then file and stay compliant on a monthly or quarterly basis. So really important to do.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Well, good to see you.
You too. Friend Nadav from CapEc. How are you doing, Nadav?
I'm great. How are you, bro?
Thank you so much. So we are in Prosper 2024. How do you feel about the event? It's pretty busy.
Yes, it's definitely busy, even much better than the past years. Lots of sellers here, good, large sellers.
Big brands.
Big brands.
Absolutely.
And with a lot of experience, it's great to network with them and meet them.
I agree.
A lot of fun.
I agree. So what do you guys do in CapEc? I know that you help brands to grow. It's very hard to find funding, right type of funding. Otherwise, people can get money, but if they can't pay back or if they don't have the right structure, it's very hard. So what do you guys do in CapEc?
So personally, I've been a seller for over 10 years with multiple brands. So I know and I'm familiar with the cash flow problem. Basically, as sellers, that's our biggest growth point. We need more inventory in order to grow, usually triple, quadruple in a year, hopefully. And obviously, we don't have that capital to do that. So you do need the right type of funding. Our funding solution is connected directly to the true cash flow and ROI of your inventory purchases. So we partner with you on the inventory you're buying, basically. We'll pay the suppliers with you when they need to be paid. And you only start paying back when the inventory is sold.
Right.
So you have no payments along the way, no cash flow restraints, and true ROI on your investment.
I agree. So what is the big challenge, do you think, in the supply chain side? Obviously, cash flow is one of the points. What's the biggest challenge? FBA fees increase. Unfortunately, the demand is lower, the high inflation. What do you feel like the biggest problem the sellers are facing, as well as the solution?
Yeah, so I think the biggest problem today is really forecasting the right amount of inventory and scheduling your purchases and your stock accordingly, because the fees, as you said, are so high that every time you have inventory that sits there even a week more than what you need, you're going to pay a lot of money for that. On the other hand, the worst thing is to run out of inventory.
Absolutely.
So forecasting and building the right schedule of shipments and purchases, that's, I think, the main point when managing your chain of logistics.
I agree. Thank you, Nadav.
Thank you.